avoid what would have been I guess the mano a mano on the menu here with Newt Gingrich, who has yet to show up. But keep in mind, Newt Gingrich is showing up when he said he would show up. Mitt Romney showed up 45 minutes earlier than he said he would show up. So the confrontation is avoided. So people may be looking forward to a little, I don't know, political Ali Frazier. Are not going to get it, at least at that locale. Let's switch to the state's capital right now, Columbia, South Carolina, where Ron Paul is right now. Congressman, good to have you.
Thank you, Neil. Good to be with you.
How important is this state for you?
Well, it's very important, but it's not do or die. You know, we expect to pick up some delegates as we have continued to do so, and we'll continue on.
You know, it's interesting. You know, it is a proportional vote, and along the way,
right.
A proportional vote, even if you're second or third, certainly nothing wrong with that. You've been very, very consistent. You could amass quite a few delegates, whether or not you get the nomination. And certainly you have a powerful voice. I know you obviously want that nomination, but let me ask you about this process and the extremes. You've seen the leaders go up and down. Now Iowa's been recertified to show Santorum won and not Romney. South Carolina, where Romney was winning, he might lose. What's going on within your party?
Well, I don't think the message is very clear. I have a very clear message, but I'm challenging the status quo. The rest of the candidates are part of the status quo, and nobody seems to be happy because they don't see what difference they're going to make. So their numbers come and go, but if you look at ours, you know, there was one time, not too many months ago, they knew that we had a significant group of people that were interested in what I was doing and having a precise definition of what government should be doing. But the ceiling was always 8 or 9%. You know, yeah, he's doing okay, but there's a ceiling. But now the ceiling shifted to about 17 or 18%. Now they're conceding that, you know, it's over 20%. And if you include independents and Democrats, our percentages are much better. You know, not too long ago there was a poll done where I was up against Obama, and I was equal to Romney in that. So
does it bug
a
you,
lot of support from
I agree. I
independents
mean,
and Democrats.
You've been a remarkable phenomenon, but I always think you're like a sort of a thin Rodney Dangerfield. You don't get any respect. Does that bug you?
Well, I think a lot of people think that. Certainly Jon Stewart thinks so. You know, this whole idea. I mean, if you look, somebody told me, you know, from this last debate, I thought I did rather well. And they went down the number of times they mentioned the other three candidates in the review of the debate. And it was, you know, like 80, 90 times, depending on which it was. I was mentioned one time in all the discussion of the debate after it was over.
Right.
Now, you might argue I didn't win, or some people argue that I did.
You had the juice.
But it deserved more than one mention on all the stations. Somebody went and added these all up.
Thank you, Thomas.
So what's going on here? You're in this media business. I'd like to know exactly how that comes about.
I had a printout of how many hours I've
meeting. State time.